Hi guys, so just a quick first impressions of PS4. I actually haven't bought a game console since PS2. Actually, I think that I had the original PlayStation. It's been over 10 years since last time I bought a game console. And I was at Best Buy Black Friday. It was an impulse buy. It was for $249. So I wanted to get it. I just picked it up. It was, $250. Anyway, my first impressions, PS4. It came with Uncharted 4, so I was playing with that with Peony yesterday. It was pretty enjoyable, but what I realized while playing that game, Sony could totally take that game and turn it into a VR. All they have to do is put a VR set, all the 3D maps already there. I feel like Sony is on the right path, but I think their VR will be bigger just because all the games are pretty much ready for VR. So that's my first impressions. I'm gonna try to play some more games, I guess, but for right now, I'm really impressed. Like compared to something like Vive VR, those games are just made for VR, but Sony already has thousands of games, or even Xbox. So I'm thinking VR is gonna really take off with the game consoles. That's just my first impressions. So Peony, tell me, what was your experience with Sony PlayStation 4? First impressions.
It was scary and difficult to play with.
What else? Do you like it or not really?
I like it, but I also feel it's hard to control.
Hard to control? Well, you've been only playing like an hour, so do you want to play it again today?
Yeah, maybe.
Hi guys, today I'm doing a different test. Yesterday I had the ISO, I had it on auto ISO, and I had the maximum ISO at like 100,000. I set it to right now, maximum ISO is like 12,000, so it shouldn't go higher. So I figured out anything above 10,000 sort of start getting noisy, but anything under that should be pretty much noiseless. So that's why I'm doing a quick test here. It is really dark today, no moon out. So if you can see any of my face, I don't know. Hopefully this will look a lot better. Someone's having too much fun with Snapchat. Who are you Snapchatting? I still got that swag. Crazy. So I have one street light there, one street light there. That is pretty much all light here in this situation. If I had like my A6300, probably do okay, but there may be slight noise, but I bet this looks like super clean. This is an ultimate, low light, especially if you travel a lot, it's going to be great. So you're going to be able to get that super low light performance. So today's dinner is faux. Let's eat some tofu. How is it? All right, Q&A. What do you want to be when you grow up?
I want to be a writer / YouTuber / artist / a lot more.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, I'm gonna use manual focus here to really focus on this flower here. Bokeh is really nice also. And that's actually at 2x clear zoom. Back it out 1.1x. Wow, it's amazing. To show you how good that low light performance was, this is with my S7 Edge. You can see a lot of noise. And here it is with the LG V20. And here it is again with the Sony a7S II at ISO 5000. That is absolutely the best pho place. I've ate pho in Korea, Thailand. I don't know why. A lot of things sometimes is better in the US. Maybe I'm just used to the taste. There's like a Korean black noodles place. It is also best in San Francisco. Better than any place in Korea. Weird, huh? Okay guys, today is a Saturday. I fixed my garage door because I left one of my golf clubs on the side and I guess it broke it. Anyway, I fixed it. I replaced one of those, what are those called? It's like a roller things on side of the garage. If you live in a house, then it's like a ton of work. Your roof sometimes breaks, you know, your door breaks, your garage door breaks. It's always constant work. You have to paint the house every few years. Renting, on the other hand, is much easier. So if you're not good at taking care of stuff, renting is probably the way to go. But of course, around here in the SF area, everything is so damn expensive. Just because all the tech companies are they're all moving into San Francisco, driving up the prices in San Francisco and in the neighboring cities, pretty much the whole Bay Area. Peony farted.
Hey, edit out the video. Edit it out.
Did you see that? That's like a bubbly fart. I've never seen anybody. I never heard of anyone farting. It's like bubbly.
Edit that out. Stop.
Anyway, I just wanted to try something different. I'm probably not going to do this every day. Plus, I'm really digging my new camera setup, and I want to really test out the low light camera capabilities. I might do a vlog at CES this year, so I want to just kind of practice for it too. But I'm really digging this setup, the Sony a7S2 with the wide-angle 19mm Sigma. I really like it because the reason when you use full frame, the reason why I use full frame is that when you use a wide-angle lens, usually the lenses don't have wide aperture, meaning you can't get like f1.4 with a wide aperture lens. It's usually f2.8. The only way, and I want to get some nice bokeh, even with wide angle. The only way you can do that is by using larger sensor camera, like a full frame sensor, right? That's where this camera comes in perfect. Also, you can, like in this much, low light, there's no other camera that can actually record it without noise. There's so many more expensive cameras. In that terms, this camera setup is priceless. You could go anywhere with no lighting, just make videos. Anyway, I really like it. I also have the Sony. A lot of people have been asking me about the Rx100 Mark 5, the new Sony compact camera. Well, I have these. I've actually owned two of the previous version, Mark 4, which is pretty much exactly the same sensor, exact same performance in 4K video. The only thing the newer does better is faster frames per second for photos. For videos, exactly the same. That one is an excellent performer in low light for that camera, for 4K quality. It's an excellent camera. I highly recommend it. Also very good stabilization. But in comparison to this setup, of course, this is 10 times better than that. That's why I'm using it. I want to use the best possible. Now, the only thing I've having trouble is stabilizing this because although there's in-camera stabilization, my lens doesn't have a stabilization. I don't think it's a huge problem with a wide-angle lens. You can see it's pretty stable even though I'm holding it with one hand. So I don't think I'll run into a huge problem. And if I want to do any kind of cinematic shots, I'll probably bring my tripod anyways when I go to shows and stuff. But I mean, if you're vlogging and stuff, you're not really stabilizing your shots. Plus, I've been realizing, having that natural shake, not too much, but a little bit, is actually good for some of your shots. Make it more real. Have you ever noticed every movie you watch, there's a camera shake? You know what the movie production do? They actually add artificial camera shake. I mean, not all the time, but a lot of times, just to add shake. So they add shake on purpose because they want to make you show you the action of that movie. All right. Look carefully. A lot of people don't notice this, but the next time you watch TV or movies or whatever, you'll notice the camera shakes the whole freaking time. All right. It totally drove me crazy that but you know, once you're, it's like a little bit of shake is actually maybe good for the shot. So, I mean, there's people putting, you know, fake shakes. You know, so in a way, you can use the shake to make your videos. You know, if there's a shot where it's scary or funny, or like the other day I posted where my when I bought the new TV and it fell off from my cart twice, and my camera was all shaking. It was at an odd angle, but that made it perfect because that was the shot. It was dropping. You need to have the camera shake. If it was on a tripod and the TV dropped, it's not as, you know, dramatic. But when your camera shakes and, you know, there's some kind of action, it's lovely, I think.
Click here to subscribe. 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 Subscribe.